All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to the NSI Insights DeFi Trader soft launch. And let me define what a soft launch is. It's a step above beta test, basically. We're going to launch the trading platform with a lot of the tools and stuff in it. The thing that it won't do starting today, it'll be by the first, probably before the first, but we got to go through a lot to actually get NSI to swap between NSI and Pancake Swap. And we already have it doing that, but what we have to go through and what I'm insisting that we go through is the ethical hacker and all of the security stuff before we turn on that portion of it. So for the safety of everybody, I've locked that portion down. And then there's other things that we have to do. There's things that you'll see that relate to Digi. A lot of that's going to go away. It'll be much more, I think, pure in terms of what you see as insights. Even though Digi and Insights are collaborations, I guess you would say, Digi is the power behind Insights. So there will always be an element of digieBot in Insights, even though they are two separate projects. Ultimately will be two separate tokens, as we voted the other night to tokenize digieBot, and we will ultimately do that the first quarter of the new year. Super excited about that. But I'm going to dive in first to the demo of Insights so that a boss can be here and we can walk through this. Then we're going to back up, and then Deb is going to show everybody how to register and get into Insights. And then we're going to set our expectations between now and the first of the year, kind of things that we have going on and things every day that will be happening. Probably, I would think almost every day, new things will be happening in Insights between now and the first of the year. So as a team, a boss said yesterday, as a team, we're going to get together every day now between now and the first and be knocking stuff out that we really want to enhance and improve in Insight. So with that said, I'm in my back office of Digi. Now, once you go through registration, you'll have the Insights trading platform back here. Like I said, we'll get into this next, but I want to dive into some things that you guys will be able to play with and use, to begin to learn. And the next few weeks, I would really use as learning time and Insights so that you can really make the most of it when you're trading.
Hey, Doug, let me interrupt real quick and just let people know that if you're currently a digieBot trader, you're going to access just like Doug is doing now. You can access it through your back office. If you're not a digieBot trader, then you'll be registering outside of Digi and you'll be logging in that way. So there's going to be two separate paths. Doug is showing he's using it now from inside of the digieBot login.
Yeah, and if you are in digieBot, you'll notice that you will have Insights in digieBot here. So you're going to be able to go back and forth between them, which is very, very cool. But we're going to teach in a bit. What I want to do here is I'm going to show you guys when you get into this part, we're not hooking to our wallets. We're not doing any of this right now. This is all shut down and not working because, again, I don't want people doing that. But you take your wallet address and you're going to put it in here and just click, and it's going to go out and find your wallet. And when you get here, it's going to begin, and then Deb is going to go through all of the settings here. We're going to do that. What I want to do is the more technical stuff while a boss is here because he needs to leave. And so I'm going to go to the deeper stuff first, then we're going to backtrack. Not normally the way we would do a launch or normally the way we would do the introduction, but it's important that we do it that way today. All right. I'm going to go to my order listings, boss, and let's talk people through this section. Let's tell them what they're seeing, and I want to go to the stats, and I want to go to the mapping, the custom mapping, so that they understand the difference. And there's two types of mapping. There's the LIFO mapping. We'll go more into that when we go through the system. And then there's custom mapping. The custom mapping, I am extremely excited about. I think ultimately, no matter what else nSights does, this portion of nSights and being able to cost average and pick trades that you want to close as a cluster or as a group is absolutely super powerful, and I'm super excited about it. So,
hey, Doug,
buddy,
can you Control++ to increase the size of your font, please?
just for you, how many pluses would you like?
Well, I did 2. That's probably pretty good right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, buddy, let's walk them through this. Go ahead and unmute, and let's start with stats. Where would you like to start?
Oh, okay. I just wanna give the idea like how your orders are coming. So just want to give the little explanation in the background so everybody understand what's going on. As soon as you guys gonna connect the wallet, right now you can put the wallet, as Doug said, in the field, and later on you are gonna connect with your MetaMask, which is available right now. But Doug, you can hear me fine?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking up just a little bit, but you're good.
Sure. Okay. So then you will have 2 options the first time for your mapping. The mapping is like what is already done on the Binance Smart Chain, like on the chain which is the previous transactions, because you are joining the nSight now. You already did the buying and selling in the past. So the system is going to scan your previous buys and sell, so you can import into the system, and then in the future you can close using this system, and you can track your profit, and you can use the tools of break even and those kind of things. So as soon as you connect your wallet, the scanning start going on, but it can take a little bit time. Like some of the coins which you selected, they are going to come right away. Some of the coins which you not select, there are some scheduler in the background which is scanning your trade, right? So it is going to ask you that you want to do the first in, first out mapping, which is like your first buy is mapped with the first sell, right? And it is going to map the token wise. Like if your first buy need the 2 cells to completely map, it can take the 2 cells to map with the first buy. Let's suppose 1 trillion token you buy, and your first cell was 500 billion, then your second cell was 500 billion. It is going to map that with those buys. So first in, first out is the mapping which is going to work the same way, and you are going to see your most oldest trade is going to show as 100%. You will go to the last page and you will be start seeing your mapping is going on. That is a normal first in and first out mapping. Then sometimes you and which is a very good idea from Doug and Brendan, and that they said that people want to do their mapping themselves because they don't want to close the trade in the loss with automated mapping. So they want to map their cells with their profit trades, and the other trades which are left, they want to close them themselves in the future when the market goes higher and those kind of things. So for that, you need a custom mapping, right? Custom mapping is like, let's suppose your first buy was, let's suppose on 100 price, and then market drops and you have buy more, then you buy more, but then the market start moving up and your first sell was on 80. So if it mapped with the very first buy, actually you will be in the loss. But you want to map that with another buy, which is done in the future in the lower price. So that you can done with the custom mapping. Doug, do you want to add something in that?
No, let me unmute here. I'm unmuted. Yeah, no, I think, guys, for me, everybody's got to choose what they're going to do. For me, I'm custom mapping only. That is me, because I want complete control over the token, right? And I think Abbas explained it very well. The example is we get involved in a launch, and we're going to be doing lots of launches with Catapult and with the total Nexus ecosystem. This is all coming together so that we have tokens that are being launched, and we have a system that we can control now our trade environment with those launches. but we're also going to be doing other coins that may be launching or have launched, and we get in where we think there's a good price. We still believe in the token. Maybe it went down and we get in again, right? Now that one has, that second entry has gone up into some really nice profits. If you do custom mapping, you can harvest that profit. If you do first in, first out, you can't. So we want to stay in control of our trades. I'm going to be teaching this nonstop for the next, probably the rest of my life, Deb, Candace. It'll probably be teaching this the rest of my life, right? But the power that we have here to control our profits, and the power that we have to take tokens that are in profit and put them with a token that is slightly in loss, lowers our profit a little bit, but regains our capital so that we can go on and do other things. Unbelievably powerful, guys. So yeah, super, super excited about this. All right, buddy, go ahead.
So that's why my voice is, it looked like my connection probably ran on the Wi-Fi, and it looked like it's breaking a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
your connection's breaking up.
I'll fix that. And meanwhile, meanwhile, I think so we can continue on something else. I'm trying to fix.
Yeah, why don't you see if you can get a good connection?
Yeah, I'm trying that. So Deb can maybe start that, and I'm gonna show the mapping in a second. So let me fix that, because if everybody is not understanding me, that won't make sense. So you can go to the first screen and you can start from there, and then we are going to come back to the mapping again.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Come on back when you can. He'll be back in a minute. All right. We're going to go back to the insights here, main screen here, guys. And we'll go over a few of the basics things here. We have a deal with TradingView now. We've just got the code from them to implement TradingView on here also. So that will be done here sometime between now and the 1st. These are the implementations that are coming. We used to have just a 1-week view of this, of our chart, which wasn't enough. We now have a monthly view that you can scroll in and out of. And this way you can actually see the barriers better that we teach. And again, we'll be teaching this in the DeFi space, just like we do in the other, in digieBot, where we'll maybe pick areas to trade and areas to buy and sell. But we got the nice view here. When we want to see now the whales, and the whales are still the algorithms. I've given them the new algorithms for the whales a couple of days ago. So over this week, there's 2 things I expect this week potentially, is the new well algorithm and the COT algorithm to be updated. And we'll go through that here in a little bit. But if you click on this, now we see the whales with the dots, just like we did in Digi. And I changed it to the dots, guys, so that we could see the overlaying of the dots, where when you come into a spot here and you have multiple buyers going on, you can actually see those really clearly. Now, again, the well calculation is being revised, and every coin's well calculation will be different. So we really have to make sure that we stay on top of that calculation, because some tokens have hundreds of thousands of traders or wallet holders, and some have thousands, not hundreds of thousands. So calculations vary based on a lot of data there. But very excited that we now have this on our charts for everybody to really be able to use. Nobody else has this. Again, so the custom mapping, that alone is worth everything that we're doing. Now we add the whales. The whales alone are worth everything we're doing. It's really, really exciting. The other thing that I'm going to cover while we wait for a boss, because I'm going to let Deb go through setting up your dream trades and your stats and all of that in a little bit, but I do want to cover this area here while we wait for a boss. These numbers are not correct, okay? I totally changed the algorithms for COT, the total tokens held. It's really going to be total tokens traded is what we're looking at, and I'm looking at week on week. So what does that mean? When we get these here, and they're all, and we've collected all the data, and we're able to diagram it correctly or illustrate it correctly, what we'll see is a 1 week's data, and specifically tracking the sellers and buyers and totals of that week. And then this next bar will be the next week, and the next week, and the next week. You'll have 5 weeks of data that we're really going to be able to track the buy and sell intent on a week level, on a whole week, so we can not get so what I would call spastic in our tradings, maybe, that we can see enough data that we can get a clear idea of what's going on, what we call week on week, okay? And then when a new week happens, the oldest week will fall off, and we'll always have that view. That view will be able to be, as we learn how to trade this, and as we go through the lessons and we teach you guys, we'll be able to take that data, that longer term data, and then begin to put it with the data on the wallets held and the wells held, which is a whole new formula. Also, this data is not correct, but it will give us a view of the wells compared to the overall traders. And then we'll tie that into this section here, which is all going to be all brand new also. Whole new algorithms for this section that will really give us a much more immediate view of what's going on, and the correlation between what we have in the long term, which gives us a clearer long-term intent of what's going on in the market, to the shorter term and what what the market is doing, what the wells are doing short term. Then we can begin to say, okay, long term really looks strong, like the market's really holding, and that everything is in place for this coin to continue to be very healthy and go on. But in the short term, I'm seeing some sell-off, and I see, again, I can go back and I can look at, the whales are buying, but I'm seeing the other traders do a sell, or maybe I have a couple of whales that did sell, but then I'm waiting. Oh, I see the whales come back in. Whale came in here, whale came in here. I got a nice base here. I look at my indicators, my week on week looks extremely strong. I'm seeing short term now becoming in line with the whales, and boom, I do a buy and I make a move, right? This stuff is going to be extremely powerful for us trading and being able to pick barriers to accumulate coins that we believe in. I think Boss, when he comes back on, most of these two new algorithms, well, not two algorithms, there's like 5 or 6 algorithms that I gave him a couple of days ago, should be done this week. So that I'm looking forward to be able to really get in and see how those algorithms play out and make sure that they are doing what I want them to do. May need some tweaking on those once they're in play and we can see them. But again, this is why this is a soft launch, and we will be constantly working with these things to enhance and add tools to this whole environment of DeFi trading, so that again we have everything that we need to see as much as we need to see to try to make the right decisions in areas to accumulate. And as we accumulate these coins, a little bit different than digieBot, but as we accumulate these coins, we're talking potentially really big moves with some of these coins and some significant trading. So this is going to be really wild, I think, because it's a lot of movement, but I think huge potentials if traded correctly. So I thought I saw Boss for a second. Is he back?
Deb, can you allow Vasix to join? So in case is my voice better now or not?
Much better.
Much better, but I'll go ahead and promote.
In case it not
Wasi.
works, I am on the Vasix PC because they are using LAN. I am on the Wi-Fi, and due to that's the problem. Wi-Fi is different. So
Yeah.
we not allow in our office now Wi-Fi due to security reasons. So it's from far. So anyway, is it better than fine? Otherwise, you can promote Vasik and I can talk from there.
Okay.
Okay.
He just has to
So-
accept the promotion. I've clicked it,
Okay.
but you sound great, boss.
All right. You have to do that again, maybe. Anyway, if it is working good, then otherwise we can. Okay. So about we were talking about the first in and first out and mapping. So the most first thing, which when you are going to scan, I'm going to show that. Give me 1 second. So give me
Everybody
1 second.
excited? I
What do you
guess
say?
do it.
You are not allowing me to share the screen. I'm okay. Now it's good. All right. So yes. So yes. Okay. So you guys can see my screen. I have a very last. I'm on the last page. When I did the initial first time when we go for and put our wallet, and I just put here the different wallet. So let me paste here. So every time we put the new wallet, it has a two kind of option: auto mapping, fast in, fast out, and custom mapping. Here for this wallet, I'm going to select the custom mapping. But if I select the auto mapping, it's take the very first cell. Look at that. Here is my cell. Here are my cells. One True Badger, one NSI, right? These are my cells. Cell transaction. It is. Let me explain you what is the difference between sold and sell. The sell are normal sell transaction, but sold are those buy trades which get mapped, 100% mapped. Like I sold all the tokens. So because the management of the token is a main feature here and main goal here, so we can manage our tokens easily. So every time the scanning is done, in the first in, first out, the very first trade in the N side or True Badger are going to map with its buy. This was the most first buy, 177 billion. But most first sell I did, that was hardly 16 billion, right? So that map with that buy, look at that. This is the most first buy. So only the 9% of the token of the first buy I sold so far. And it automatically mapped. It automatically, because it is a first in and first out. As soon as I'm going to sell another one, let's suppose I sell 100 billion.
Don't go to another one yet. I want that to sink in. He was able to see that only 9% of the set 177 billion have been sold so far. That's huge, guys.
Only 9% of his first purchase there.
That is huge. Okay, go ahead, buddy.
And this all is done before nSight. This is done. We are scanning from blockchain by your data. You put your wallet and we are scanning. So this is like now as soon as I told that another scan, another buy, sell gonna done. As soon as I move to the more than 177 billion more, this is gonna move into the sold because it's completely get mapped. Its sell percentage is gonna be break evens or those kind of things of your sold trade. And it is gonna actually tell you that after mapping, how much profit you gain with those tokens, right? And it will move to the sold, right? And then
hit Control Plus so people can see and hit the and get that and go Control Plus a little bit.
Is it okay now?
One more time.
Oh,
Okay.
is it okay?
Yep.
Sure. Right. Okay. So give me 1 second.
Guys,
All
I'm so excited. I can't stand it.
right. Okay. So same way you guys can see, I have another one cell in the nSight as a test and one true badger. And this is just because of testing, because I want to test the system. This is done 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and it automatically mapped with my most first buy trades here, and first nSight is buy mapped here. Look at that. This is my most first nSight, and this is mapped with here, and it is showing partial because it is not completed yet. It has, as soon as it is going to complete, it is going to move to the sold, and the next trade is going to buy. It is the first in and first out. And here is the new wallet I enter, completely different wallet. I picked from the blockchain, for example. I click there. So give me 1 second, guys. I have to maybe refresh this wallet balance. Is this a fresh? I'm gonna simulate.
Let me give you one of my wallets that has a lot of insights trades. I'll Skype it over to you. You want to use it?
Yeah, you can Skype me, or I'm gonna use this one because
Here, I got it. This is
wallet.
a very good wallet.
So give me 1 second. Let me.
Because it has negative trades and positive trades in it, because it's the market maker account.
Yeah, this is because when we tie the one wallet, it is scanning against that. Changing wallet is a something, because we are bypassing the MetaMask connection right now. That's why when I change the wallet for a shortcut, that's create problem. But anyway, let me try this one.
Yeah, that's fine. And go to the coin. Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
And while the boss is doing that, I'm going to throw a real quick disclaimer out there. We're learning this just like you guys are. So we're in training as well. So hopefully we'll do our best to answer your questions as we can.
Are you telling them not to ask questions?
No, not telling them not to ask questions. Just I thought I'd go ahead and throw that out there and let them know that we are learning this just like they are, and we're going to work real hard at learning this system.
We're going to make serious money with this system, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Doug, let me log in again so I can hook up another wallet, so yeah. I can clear the cache for the previous wallet. So meanwhile, you can talk about something, and I'm going to make this example of the custom mapping, so we can show the custom mapping. Okay.
Okay.
So,
yep. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you do that while I do this. Okay. All right. So let's go back here and go to, I want to hit dashboard here. I'll show you guys something. It just takes you right back. If I hit, and Deb will go through this, if I hit powered by Digi, if you're in Digi, it'll take you right to Digi. Anyways, I thought that was a lot of fun. All right, so let's go into, don't want to get into that yet. All right. Oh, let's talk about the vetting a little bit and the AMA, okay? So we're now able, in the admin back office, I'm able to give the token owners their own section where they can go in and do AMAs. They can post an AMA, like this is a fake one here, but a True Badger AMA, you can have the links right here to all AMAs. So now you know that you're getting the real AMAs, the real information. The news section is all functioning where they can be able to post news about their coins. We're also going to do some feeds where we pull news from the internet on the coins. So, if something's negative happening about a coin, the owner of the coin may not want to post that, but we're going to be pulling that information from all the social medias so that if anything happens, we try to get that information as quickly as we can so that we can make decisions about if something really positive is happening. Maybe we want to add to our position because we believe that it's going to have a strong up push. If something really negative is happening, maybe we want to close portions of our positions and bring that capital back in, let the negative news happen, then reevaluate whether we still believe in the coin. If we do, then buy at a lower price and really take advantage of that. So the news is really big. One of the things that we'll probably add in the future, and I go both ways on this one, is a social sentiment indicator that tries to take a reading on how people are feeling about the coin. I think the emotions of the traders play a huge part in whether a coin stays flat or goes down or goes up. But really reading those indicators correctly is a big challenge. I think that will be in the future. But all of this section here is really developed for us to be able to really get a good view, like are AMAs available? Are they on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap? Very, very important for a coin that is legitimate. Now, new coins that just come out won't be there yet. So you really need to know the difference between a new coin that's just being launched and a coin that's been out for months. If a coin's been out for a while and they're not on here, not good, right? Is the team doxed? We'll teach about that. Are the wallets locked? Is there a white paper? All of these things are the beginning of understanding the vetting of the coin. We will be adding a lot of depth to the vetting of the coins. We'll be hiring teams of people that will do nothing but vet coins and give us the vetting information. But the initial vetting, this is the portion that we're starting with, and that will be enhanced starting the first of the year as we bring on more people to help with the vetting and really dig deep in that. All right, Mr. Boss, are you ready?
Yeah, Doug, I am trying to make an example where should be handsome cell. Do you have can you bring your wallet? We can check there because my wallet has not cell. I want to bring an example where should be multiple cells so we can do a custom mapping for the multiple cells.
You know, I haven't sold in the market maker account.
Yeah, then we can show the break even of the buy one. So let's go through that system. First, like how we can show the break even price of the multiple.
Start with the break even. I like that. And
yeah, let's go there.
And I'm going to do custom mapping. And let's show how we pick that. So you want to go to order listings and look at the break even?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okay, Doug, I got an example here. One example. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I can show that, and then we can go to the break even. Okay.
And I got to go back to the dashboard and put NSI here. So the way that you select your token, guys, is here in the drop down. You'll go here like NSI, search, and find the right coin. And now this will be all NSI. I go to order listings. I don't know. Take a second here.
So when you're done, allow me to get the screen. Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll stop sharing. You go ahead, and then we'll bring up the break even. Okay. Go ahead.
We can bring up the break even. So here's the custom mapping. I just clean up my cache and hook up another wallet. So I come here and look at that. It starts scanning the different trades. So what is the custom mapping? Now, if we go to the second page, I'm going to go to the second. No mapping has been done because this wallet has been a custom mapping. When I import, I said, I don't want to map automatically. I want to do myself. So let's suppose I click on the most first trade or any trade I click. Let's suppose this is a 3.77 billion trade. I click on that and it is a true badger. I can see all the cells which is done so far against this wallet. And as soon as I'm gonna click on any cell, it is gonna show me that if you wanna map this cell with that buy, 14% is gonna map to that because this is a smaller trade, that is a bigger trade. I click on the second one, 28. Well, look at this trade. This is a really big trade, even bigger than what I selected. I need 3.77 billion. So, okay, let me click that. This, right? Let me click this, 100% map. Now, if I click map, it is gonna map these trades and only gonna map tokens which is needed to map. Remaining token will be still available to map to the next trade, right? And it is gonna lock my profit. Okay, these trades don't have a price, buy price, because these are the transfer trades, which is initially done on the pre sell. So for that, maybe the users have to enter the prices for those trades which is initially transferred, but all the trades which is done on the exchange as a swap, we are getting the price for that. So maybe this is required for those pre-trade or transfer trade. If you are getting the transfer, you have to put the price yourself, but all the scanning and all the exchange trades, the price is going to get automatically, and it is going to calculate your profit on the basis of that. So this is a custom mapping. You have to try a couple of times, and maybe initially we are going to give you some kind of a idea so you can delete your mapping and you can try that how it is working. So this is how the custom mappings work. Like you can map to any trade. I want to map into this one. So I click on the custom mapping. Let's suppose I click, right? I click on this trade now, 7%. The size of the trade, according to the size of the trade, it is telling you, and until I not click the map, it is not going to map them, right? I have to click the map to map them. This is a 7 million. I click that, and this is a really big trade. Look at that. 5, it is 100% going to map, right? If I click map, it is going to map that, right? So then I can go back again, and I can go to another trade, maybe another True Badger trade. Look at that. The trade which I mapped, 7 million, that's 100% mapped. That's moved into the sold. And the price is not for that trade. That's why this profit is empty. Otherwise, as soon as you are going to put the sell price for those transfer trade, it is going to show you the profit also, right? So I go here. Now I pick another trade. Guys, I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'm a little bit fast. I know in the first try, it is a little bit confusing to understand. So I go to another trade. I click on that. Now I click again, 7%, this, 14%. And look at that. This trade, which I click the map to the previous one, this is 1% already mapped to that buy. So that's why it is not going to buy whole tokens. It is going to only going to use the remaining tokens to map into the next trade. That's how the custom mapping is working. So that's how you can map your trade one by one and gain your profits and lock your profit, and it will be keep moving into the sold trades, and you can clean up your ledger with your buying and selling mapping. Doug, can you explain in your words so we can make sure they understand that?
Yeah, no, I think you did really good, buddy. I think the key to understand here, and I'll slow it down just a little bit. Let me take a screenshot of my screen here.
So, let me go to the True Badger again, okay? Give me 1 second. So I'm going to click that and look at that. And one more thing, guys, when we click and you have put the price, look at that. This trade is in the profit, but when I click that, it is showing me loss because this is sold first and this trade has been bought later, right? I click now this trade, which is bought earlier on a lower price. Now I click custom, the same cell is giving me this percentage of the profit.
Show that one more time. Let's do that a little slower so everybody can see that. That's a big deal here. So
okay, so let's suppose these are the two trades, which is buy on the different prices. And I did the multiple cells also. Now I'm going to map that. If I'm going to map my cell to this one, my first map, so that is showing me the loss.
These are trades that are already sold.
Already sold on the block. Yes, so already sold.
Why that would happen? That's the first key. So if you're out on Pancake Swap and you do a sell that's not inside of nSights, we track that sell. Now the question is where do you want to map that to in terms of your buys? How do you want to calculate that profit is what we're doing. So we do a launch, right? So everybody did a launch on nSights and True Badger, and we had the tokens go way up. Those launches aren't done on nSights, right? Eventually they'll be done on nSights, where we can actually do the trades probably directly within here. But those are buys that we did. We'll need to actually map the price that we bought at, 9 zeros and a 5 or whatever the number was. And if we did any sells directly on Pancake Swap against those trades, then we'll need to map those in terms of the profitability. So we have the power to be able to do that. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so I just explained that if I want to map this first sell with this one, which is buy on a higher price, I am in the loss, right? So I want to map that sell with that buy where I should be in profit, and then I wait for this buy to go in the more profit and I can sell that. Anyway, so I'm going to do with this one. Look at that. I'm in the profit. If I do with this one, every trade, my sells are different. Now it's up to me how I want to map them, right? And as soon as I map, that profit is going to get locked and that is going to go to the new tab.
Okay, let me explain the purpose of mapping and why we're why we're doing this. Okay.
Sure.
All right, let me share my screen. All right, everybody see my screen?
Yes.
When I was trading and Brendan and I were trading Forex, we would buy coins or euro or dollar or yen or whatever we were buying, and the brokerages we could have had, and we did. We had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trades. Okay, and they were all at different prices. Okay. Now, I have all of these buys at different prices, okay? And the market is, I didn't want to do that. Hang on. The market is going up and down, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. And at any one given point, whether the market's up or down, some of these trades are going to if this has gone up and these trades were all taken down around here, right? And I got a bunch of trades here and the market goes up, I can actually do a sell up here for X amount, whatever amount I choose. That X amount could equal all of these. And in the past, if I sold, I had to sell 100% of this thing, right? I had to sell, if I'm selling these trades in the past and I do a sell up here, I never had the choice to be able to say, I want to sell this one and I want to sell this one and leave these two. No. What I had was, if this was my first trade and this was my second trade, I had to sell this one and this one, okay, and leave these two. Or if I wanted to sell, I had to sell, in the past, I had to sell 100% of this one and 100% of this one. But now what I can do.
Because you couldn't choose.
I can't choose.
It's just a sell. It's just a token sell. Like who knows which tokens you're selling, right?
Yeah, well, the system chose, right? Not me. So now I come up here and I do a sell, and maybe this sell represents 50% of the total number of tokens that are down here. Now I can choose that if I don't want to sell my deepest token that's in the most profit, I want to just leave that to run, I could sell this one here. And maybe this represents half the tokens that I want to sell, but maybe this trade here was a very large trade, and I would only need to sell maybe 10% of this trade here to represent this total sell up here. So I sold all of these. And I sold 10% of these. So it's a little bit smaller now, but those are still there. And I took the profit from here and here and I left these. Or I make a different choice, right? I go, okay, I want to get a lot out of it. I want to sell 100% of this one and 100% of this one and 25% of this one and leave these two in. I can now do that. I have complete control over which trades I close out and what portion of the trade I close out. Why is that important? Well, that's important because on day one, when I bought tokens in NSI or in True Badger or anything that we're doing, the trades went up in value in those trades, right? And so, okay, I close out some, hang on. I close out some trades. Let me get rid of this stuff. Okay. If I buy into a token that goes up in value and I've got buys all along the way, okay, it's really easy for me to close out. But now let's think of a tax. Let's think from a tax standpoint. I'm thinking of long-term capital gains. I got a trade down here that was one of my first trades that I took. And this trade now is over a year old and it's in a lot of profit. But I have a lot of trades up here that I just took. And all along this process, I've been able to close out portions of this trade that is over a year old, okay? Maybe long-term capital gains, okay? Or maybe I'm in a position where I haven't gotten to a year yet, and I don't want to take huge profits yet. And I don't want to take it from this deepest trade. I want to leave this trade alone so that, because it's my oldest trade, so that when it gets to long-term capital gains, I can deal with that. But I'm okay with taking little bits of profit. So now as the market goes up and I decide I want to take out a little bit, it's not going to take it from this trade here. It's not going to dwindle this trade down to so that my long-term capital gains get smaller and smaller so that I can't really utilize that over time, right? But it closes out, I begin to close out these a little bit. Okay, I choose which ones I want to close out and I take little bits of profit and I'll pay the tax on the little bits of profit, or I'll close out any variation that I want, but I have control over the amount of profit I take, and I have the control over which trades I take that profit from. Massive. That's massive. Okay. All right, buddy. I'm going to go back to you. We're going to teach this over and over and all the different ways that you're going to be able to utilize this. That's not what today's about, but I just didn't want you to get lost in what we were talking about.
Sure. Okay. So the next thing, which is as you already told, that we did the buying and selling and we are testing on that, but there is another thing, which is the feature I want to share, which is about you have done the buy and you want to calculate them and you want to make the break even on them, or you want to close them together. So I searched the NSI token. I can search True Badger, and one of the person was asking in the chat, the other tokens as well. You can search the other tokens as soon as you connect your wallet. All of the tokens belongs to your wallet will be start scanning, and it can take a little bit time, but as soon as you hook up your wallet, it will start scanning, and you can see all of the other tokens too. So you put your token here, NSI.
Before you go on, guys, this is a what if. If I chose this and I chose this and I chose this, what would happen? This is giving you the data, all that stuff that I just talked about. This is giving you the data to help you make the right decision. Okay, go ahead, buddy.
So the next feature is like you want to close the multiple buys together, or you want to see how much I am in a break even, and so that's how you can do. Let's suppose that I search the NSI and I want to close this trade and this trade together, and I click on the calculate. Yeah. You click on the calculate. It is going to tell you by together, because the worth is different. So as a together, how much you are in the profit. So you can close up as a break even your negative trade with the sum of the positive trade and get your money back. Or you can see I want to close now, what is the situation, or if I want to gain right now. If I close, my worth is $1,100, but if I want to reach to $2,000, and how much it should go in the profit, it should be go the 70% more, the market should go up, then you will be on the $2,000 in all those 4 trades. And the next thing, after understanding that, if you guys understand this, after this, we are going to give the feature that you can select your desired trades. You can see the status currently, how much percentage you are, and what is your target for those trades only. And you can set a sell for a future, like when we reach here, it should sell on that trade. Then those all 4 orders together are going to become a one sell order, and start waiting for that market to reach there and close them together on your dream target, what you want to do. So that's, you can see them right there.
I got tears in my eyes.
That's so awesome.
This, if we do nothing else, this is it, right? This is amazing, right? The ability to do what if and say that what if isn't enough right now, or is it? If it is, sell it, great, good. But if it's not enough, set a target, hit a button, and let it do it. Oh my God.
So the only emotion is just in the watching this demo. Because you're going to set your target and you're going to walk away with no emotion. nSights doesn't have emotion. It's just going to sell when you told it to sell. And it's not going to sit and second guess and think, and what if I could get a little more? What if, and then it drops while you're waiting, right? All of that goes away.
Yeah. Well, or you're asleep, right? You're asleep and you set this target and you wake up and it went past your target that you really wanted. And I hear people say this all the time. I hear Peter go, you know, I knew it was going to go there, but I just wasn't at my computer when it went there.
Mm-hmm.
All that goes away. Yeah. Love it.
Okay. So yes, the purpose of this is that you can have your desired cost averaging according to your own combination, the flexible cost averaging, and also you can see the if you want to sell now, you want to close them, or you want to set the future target and want to set the future trade, which is definitely coming. Like we told you that we are going to bring the mid wallet and going to lock your that amounts there. First of all, we are going to come with options you can sell right away, and then we are going to hook up the option that you can sell the future according to your desired profit. And those 4 trades will be locked to the one sell future trade, which is kind of a limit order for the future perspective. So that's the purpose of this one, and that's the second feature in the order listing.
And when you do this though, boss, and they did close it, it will also, if it only closed a portion of that main trade, that one down at the bottom that was 46 billion tokens, back on the other screen, it will show that it closed half or 3/4 or whatever is still available of that token to close and still used to map for other sells in the future. Huge, right?
Yes, yes. And Doug, in this one, those are definitely a buy trades, and when it is going to sell that, it is going to sell on that price, and there could be little bit slippage and kind of things which is going to track. But definitely it is going to target according to what target you are setting, or if you are selling now, it is going to sell according to the current market. And as soon as the sell is going to complete, yes, you're right, it is going to move into the sold. Those all 4 trades will be moved to the sold, and it is going to show you how much you are in the profit, and it has been done, and everything will be recorded. And then you can have those funds back, and you can use for the plan for the next buy or whatever you want to do. That's the feature of this.
Yeah.
Stats.
So let's talk about how functionally that's going to happen. Then we're going to let a boss go because I saw a question about the wallets. The way that this is going to work, guys, is we have NSI, you have Pancake Swap, right? In fact, here I'm gonna map this out for everybody because this is another important part, because we just launched Safufied, and we how's all this?
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, just had to get it cleaned up first. And this is the part that we have to do the ethical hacking on, and we're already in test mode on this portion of the whole system. Up here we have Pancake Swap. Okay. Traditionally, what you do is, like, if you're dealing with PooCoin or any of the other trading platforms, what you do is you have your MetaMask or your Trust wallet, right? And you're in PooCoin over here, and you want to do a trade. So you have to link to, and we'll be able to do this also, but this isn't the optimal way to do it. You have to link your MetaMask. I'll just use MetaMask as an example. You have to link your MetaMask, and then you have to place your trade, and you're in your trade goes to Pancake Swap, right? And Pancake Swap is already hooked also to your MetaMask, and you do your trade, and then your coins end up back in your MetaMask. Okay, it's this kind of process. The problem with that, especially long term, let's say we set that $2,000 goal that a boss set there, and that's 70% up that the market has to go. That may happen tonight, that may happen next month, that may happen whenever that happens, right? We don't know. But to make that tradable, you would have to leave your MetaMask wallet open the whole time to allow any trading system to close that, what would be called a limit order, to close that limit order in the future for you. Not acceptable, okay? You never want to leave your MetaMask wallet open, and you never want to be exposed to the market for that period of time. So what did we do? We started developing this, and then we came out also with SafuFi, which is a little bit different, but actually plays a role in what we can do long term. SafuFi is similar to what we were developing in what we call a mid wallet, but ours doesn't act as a SIG wallet like SafuFi does. But what happens now is you know that you want to close out those tokens, and a boss will have the system say, okay, to close out these tokens, you need X amount of tokens in the mid wallet. Okay. So what that will do is we'll move X amount of tokens from MetaMask, if you have MetaMask, or if you're smart enough and you have SafuFi down here, that's a SIG wallet, right? Now we're locked down here. We'll move from the SIG wallet to the mid wallet, which is also on the blockchain and protected. Both of these wallets are on the blockchain, not hackable the way that MetaMask is. Now we move the tokens to the mid wallet, and now this is NSI over here, right? Not PooCoin. And NSI knows that you have a order pending based on a price, and it knows that you have the tokens in the mid wallet. As soon as the price hits that, it'll fire the trade to Pancake Swap with or without you there, trade that trade and move it back to your mid wallet where it's protected and locked and safe. Then you have the choice then to close some of those out and move them back into SafuFi, or if you're trading in MetaMask, move them over to MetaMask. But we've created this mid wallet that gives us complete control of not leaving ourselves exposed to this hacker world that's taking advantage of everybody. So we put a lot of thought into how to make this work correctly. Okay, so that is how that system works. And again, that alone is worth everything this thing is. Okay, all right. Boss, anything else you want to show, buddy, before you leave? And then I'm going to let Deb walk through how to actually get everybody into this.
Yes, does all of the things Deb now, registration is done. She's going to give the demo. Also the main page, all the features, and we already told that some of the formula for the COT and whales we are changing, but you can still show a lot. The different new features, especially after the last demo, like whole month and different tokens and the blacklisted coins, and you can see the NSI coin, which token is not more valid, we blacklist that and those kind of things. So you can tell that, and I think so. That's sorry about that, guys. I have to travel and it's very late. Really enjoying to talking with you guys, but Sorry about that. So if anything for me, Doug, then otherwise I can leave. And
You're all good. I want you guys to know the programmers came in for the last few days and especially last night and worked extremely hard on getting everything to launch today smoothly. They did a beautiful job. So let's give a boss and the whole team a big thank you because they really worked hard. So, all right, buddy. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Abbas. Nice work.
thank you, everyone. Thank you. Take care.
All right. All right, Deb, I'm going to let you, now we're going to talk about, there's two ways to register. If you're a digieBot trader, there's one path. If you're a non-digieBot trader, there's another path. Let's start with the digieBot traders first.
Yes, yes. So
And then we'll go to the non-digi.
absolutely. And just so everybody knows, right before this call, I was working diligently on getting 2 videos recorded so that we had one for the Digi users and one for the non-Digi users. I had a parrot standing next to me who got up this morning and decided it wasn't a good time for me to record. So I'll get those done right after this call, but for now we'll use this one. Also for this recording, where you'll find it is I'm going to upload it to YouTube because I completely forgot to go live. This was supposed to be live. Sorry, guys. It'll be out on YouTube, and for digieBot users, it's going to be in your back office under meeting recordings as soon as it renders. All right, so for digieBot users, you're going to log into your back office. I accidentally hit the button before while I was watching Doug. So when you log in, you're only going to see one of these digieBot platform or these platforms here. And the way that you get subscribed is you click on this button right here, nSights subscriptions. Click on this and then click register now. And it's going to say subscribed, thank you. So you want to do that. You want to do that. What that's going to do is it's going to open up another platform. Doug, I'm going to let them know that this isn't necessary anymore since it's login specific. It's just going to digieBot.
That's correct. But they got to do that to register. So they did the first step, but if you click on that, remember the other thing pops up.
Yes, yes, yes. So, okay, so the other thing pops up. All right, so I'll go ahead and click on this. You're going to recognize this screen that comes up. It's the same one that you log into for digieBot for the trading platform. And this is going to speed up over some time, you guys. There's some optimization that needs to happen. So from here, Doug, they need to be registered, actually registered before they come in here. So, so to get registered, guys, you're going to go to nSights DeFi trading platform. It's nSights DeFi Trader.io. And over on the right-hand side, there's a new button called sign up. And you do have to sign up whether you're a, oops, sorry, I have to log out. You'll need to log out of Digi to make the sign up button work. All right, you'll hit register now here and you'll enter your details. So I'll go ahead and.
Well, the Digi members aren't going to have to do this. This is non-Digi.
Okay, so when they log in,
Because
do they just log in?
We just got this portion done an hour
I'm
ago.
so sorry. This is.
Yeah. So
Yes, 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 yes. I am so sorry. Okay, I clicked subscribe. Now I log in here using the same login that I used to get into my back office. And indeed, it will give me the option to get into the nSights DeFi Trader.
Correct.
Oh,
And it's right there.
okay, yes, thank you. I was really struggling. Okay, so here it is, nSights Digi users. This is how you get in. You don't have to go through the subscribe. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
All right. And now we're here. So if you're a non-Digi user, what you'll do is you'll go here to nSights DeFi Trader.io and you're going to hit the sign up button. You're going to hit register now. You're going to enter all of your information here. And when you click next, it's going to give you, it's going to give you an agreement. Guys, that agreement's going to change. It's the old Digi agreement. Please, for this purpose, go ahead and just go through, sign the agreement. And enter your KYC. DigiTraders, you've already entered your KYC, so you don't have to go through that path. Non-Digi users do. So you'll just go through the, I'm deciding whether or not I want to go through this process while everybody's on, but I think I do. I think I do, just to keep it.
And guys, I'm going to have Candace go through her account. Don't do your account yet, Candace, and show you Digi people how to do it again, because I see some of you are saying it doesn't show up.
What?
KYC is know your customer.
Have to get a new email.
It keeps all of the illegal trafficking of crypto and stuff off. We're, you know, makes our market clean, and that's important.
Okay, for Digi users, oh wait, Digi users don't have to re-register, never mind. I kept having to stop and start my recording, and that's when the parrot came to me, and I finally was like, I'm done. We'll do this later. 7. Yeah, this new sign up. So guys, when you click on this country, if you're in the United States, just hit the U button. You.
Yeah,
It's all about you. Click next. Okay. Now an email is going to be sent to you. You do have to go get the email and click on activate. This is for non-Digi users, right? Activate your account. Now you can log in using your new credentials. Deb test 7. No idea. There's been a lot of Debish going on. Tractors, none.
I don't see any tractors.
Tractors, traffic lights. Verify, login. Save that. Okay. Again, this agreement is going to be changing soon. For those of you who want to get in and play now, go ahead. And you're going to enter your signature, insert, scroll down, submit.
Again, this is non-Digi users.
Non-Digi users, you're going to click the first one. You're going to enter your, you're going to upload your driver license front. Guys, if you do what I'm doing now, you'll be rejected. They won't reject me.
Never.
Not, especially when I have 7 tests behind it. Okay. So now you're here again. We're reusing our digieBot platform at the moment. This is going to be separated and seamless soon. For now, it is not. You do need to click here on nSights subscription. Click register now. Okay. That's one little thing that has to happen. Okay, and then click on trading platform. And you're going to log into your trading platform. This is a separate, there's your back office, and then there's your trading platform. They are separate, but I'm already logged in, so it's giving my old.
Okay.
Need
all right.
this to stop.
So Deb went through both steps on Digi and non-Digi. We're going to slow down because I'm looking at the comments, a lot of lost people. So we're going to back out and we're going to go through how if you're a non-Digi member, put a 3 in the chat. I want to know how many non-Digi members we have. 3 in the chat. Okay. Okay. Because we're going to go through that. We're going to go through this. Great. We're going to go through this. We're going to be clear. Okay.
Okay.
So we got a lot.
So non-Digi users, I want you to go to nSights DeFi Trader.io.
Yeah, we're going to go through each one of these again, Deb. We're going to go through them a little bit slower.
Okay.
Okay. And help each person, but we're going to be clear. The first one that we're going to do is the non-Digi members. Okay. So if you're a Digi member, go get a cup of coffee, come back in a minute. Okay. Because we don't want to confuse you. So this is non-Digi members. Okay. Go to the nSights website. Click on sign up, top right hand corner.
I'll put the link right there in the chat. There
Okay.
you go, Cindy.
Okay, so we're gonna
Okay.
go sign up first.
And it's probably under our faces if you're watching this.
No, I see it fine, hon.
You do. But it's a different view from,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. All right, so
On the top bar.
top right, click sign up.
Okay. Now here, you're going to register for the free. Okay, that's all you got to do. Click on that.
Yeah, notice that we will have an annual subscription and we will have a quarterly subscription, but we've not detailed out the prices on those and what is included. So that's coming very soon. So everybody gets to use it for free, and there will be a free version always.
Okay, so now here you're going to have to put in your personal information. Guys, I'm going to say one thing here. It's important that we have your real names, and it's super, super important that we have your phone numbers, because if anything happens in the trading anywhere, because we just went through this with Digi, if anything happens, we need to be able to text you, send you information. If you give us a wrong, fake number, it could cost you, not us. Okay, so super important. So let's go back to that registration page.
Okay.
Okay. And you can follow along with us if you want here. We're going to go slow enough. So first name, last name. Now you make up your own username. Okay. Deb is very inventive. She comes up with these unique names like Deb Tests 8. I knew that number before she did it.
At least I'm not using Debish anymore.
And now your email address has to be real, because you're going to have to activate this when we send you the email. If you put in a fake email, you won't get anywhere. Okay, so it's got to be real. Okay, now your phone number. All right, now create your password. It has to have a capital in it, I believe.
Has to have a capital, it has to have a character, and it has to have a number.
Okay,
And it has to be a certain amount of,
length. It's got to be long enough.
gotta be long. Okay, again, when you get here, just click on Afghanistan and then click you.
Yeah. Now I'll
If you're in
say
the
this.
United
And I said,
States.
hang on, don't go anywhere. Don't type out United States thinking you're going to get there quicker. You won't find it. She just told you to hit the letter U, and it'll bring you down there. I always typed out United States. I could never find it, right?
You have to do United States of a, it really did take quite some time until yesterday, talking to a boss.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
and make sure you pick your time zone as well.
Yep.
All right, and next.
All
Okay.
right.
At this point, an email has been sent to the email address that you put in that field. So you need to go to that
Deb is going.
email.
Yep. Deb is bringing up a temporary email here, but
Okay.
now this says activate. This is what you got to click on.
You have to click on activate. If this button doesn't work for you, you're going to copy this and put it into your browser and go there to activate. Okay, now it says my email confirmation was successful, so I can log into my dashboard. This is going to log us into the back office.
Now you're going to use the name you just made up. Deb Test 7 is what she did, right?
8. I did 8.
Oh, 8. That's right. One generation. And the password that you created. Those are the two pieces of information you have to have.
And then prove you're not a robot. Find your pictures, verify, and log in. Okay. Now, this is the agreement. It must be signed. However, we're going to have a new agreement soon. So just to let everybody know, because this is our digieBot one. And so.
But we're doing this because when the new one comes in, you will click it and sign the same way. When we get to the bottom of this, if you're new, please watch what she does, because a lot of people miss this. Okay, go ahead, Deb.
Once you tick the box at the top, you have to tick this, scroll down and find this line. You're going to draw your signature in here, and it's okay if it looks like you're a kindergartner, because that's what we expect. Whoa.
Wow.
All right. If you're happy with it, you can insert signature. If you're not, you can undo or reset. Okay. If you're happy with it, click insert signature. Now you'll see it twice. Scroll
That's a
down.
must. That's a must do.
Yep. Scroll down and hit submit. It's not going to work until you insert the signature.
And Cindy, don't worry about being behind with this. This portion of the recording will be cut, or Deb will do one specifically on this.
Once you hit submit, just put your hands in the air like you just don't care until your screen comes up with the next step. Okay, it'll sit for a second until it comes back up. Here you're going to enter your KYC. Click on the middle of the first one, find your driver license, the front. You have to take a picture of that, and the back. You want to make sure that you can see all the letters and numbers on both of those pictures, or you will be rejected. All right, so go ahead and click on your driver license on the front. Click on your driver license on the back. And submit. All right, and from here, you can get to your nSights trading platform by just clicking right here.
No.
I think it does. I don't think you have to hit that subscribe, do you?
Yeah, you had already done it. So yeah, you have. Well, you already did it though.
No, this is new. This is a new one. This is
Yeah.
all new. So I want to test that because I don't think you do now with the changes they made overnight.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
Now, Deb test 8.
Deb, test 8. Deb. Log in.
No connecting Digi with Kraken yet, guys. We're having ethical hackers.
Okay, see, we got to skip that part. That subscribe, Doug, is only for Digi users.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So the non-Digi users, you guys are in. So now non-Digi users, take a break for a second, and we're going to do Digi users. It's going to go much faster for Digi users. It's real simple. So don't go too far away. And then we're going to go a little bit more into the platform, and we'll call it a day.
All right.
All right. So we're going to back out. We're going to reverse. And now we're going to talk to Digi users only right now.
Let's have Candace walk through that.
Yep, I've got that. Got mine pulled up here.
Okay, share your screen.
Okay, I'm sorry. Give me just a second. I pulled. That was about to pull
This
up
is
the
all part
wrong
of training.
screen.
Are you guys just blown away about what we did this morning?
Well, if you guys could see where you guys could see, yes, last night, and then some little things that they fixed overnight so that we could get in a little bit easier.
Yeah, they did a lot.
We did a lot.
Okay,
All right,
so
go through this slow. So what you've done as a Digi user, you've logged into your back office.
right.
Okay. Once you're in your back office, you're going to look for the Insight subscription right there where Candace has her marker. Okay, Candace, now what are you going to do?
And then we're going to click on the register now.
Now I want you to see how fast this is.
You're subscribed.
You're done. You're
Yep.
done. Okay.
Now I can go over here to the trading platform.
And you can click on either
Now
of
let's go
those
back.
trading platforms.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to do this, and we're going to show you both ways. So this is, she clicked on that. Let's let this come up.
Rusty, he keeps talking about his ADHD. I promise you, having experience with that, newfound experience with that after going through something 8 years ago, I get it, Rusty.
And I've had it my whole life. Okay, so now she's in the DigiBot trading platform, guys. So you can do DigiBot from here, or you can click on nSights. So click on nSights. And now you're in Insights.
So
Now,
everybody, hold on real quick. For DigieBot users, your back office is digiebot.com. That's where you log in. That's how you get to your back office. You don't go to the trading platform first. You go to your DigieBot back office
Yes.
first, and you will have a subscribe button. You
Yeah.
have to click subscribe in order to get the trading platform. You have to hit nSights subscriptions, and then you use your same login credentials. So do you see that? Jeff is still saying where?
go back to the platform right there.
Right here.
Sites.
Oh, the bouncy box.
Okay, everybody,
Find the cup.
I think maybe we have a cookie issue.
Oh, yeah, that may be true. You might need to go, you can clear your cookies or try it incognito.
Yeah, go to incognito, you guys. That's an
Yeah,
easy way to do it.
yeah,
If you're not seeing it, you may need to clear your cache and cookies, guys,
yeah.
or go to incognito.
Anything else on here?
Okay, so now let's go. So from here, guys, I want to show you guys. Go to DigieBot at the bottom left. Click on that. Takes you right back to the DigieBot platform.
Awesome.
Okay, so Matthias was able to do it. Very easy. Good to be a Digi customer. Excellent. But we also had to run through the KYC earlier.
No, you don't have to do those.
If you signed up, Matthias, if you went into your DigiBot back office first and start there, then you can skip the KYC. And it's digiebot.com. Guys, you don't have to enter users.digiebot.com. Just go to digiebot.com, hit the login. It automatically takes you to users. Okay, so just hit the login. Log out of the platform if you were already in it and log back in, and you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Marty is in. Marty, did you go through your back office to get in? All good, Deb. I made my KYC one. Okay, good. Yes, Marty did it. Guys, if Marty's in, you're in. Log out and back in. That's all you got to do. Or go to incognito. I promise. Marty is our baseline. I love Marty.
Good baseline.
Okay. All right, guys, now that we're on the platform, and if you're not there, you can watch the replay, and Candace can continue helping you as you're putting your questions in. But I want to show you a few things on the platform itself. Dev test 8. Okay, just want to make sure I'm in the right place. All right. So it defaults to True Badger, as you can see. But Doug, I wanted to ask you a question. You showed us all about how to take our NSI tokens and our True Badger tokens and trade them away. And I'm sitting back here thinking, man, I'm a super duper long-term hodler. With NSI, I'll do some trading, obviously, because of our tokenomics. But for the rest of them, you know, I'm a pretty good hodler. So can I take another coin that I have, some other token that I purchased and play around with it in the same ways that you were showing me today?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, any coin that you're trading, guys.
It's tradable on PancakeSwap, right?
Yeah, it's tradable on PancakeSwap.
And currently on the BSC only currently, but we're going to be opening that up to
like Polygon and a bunch of other chains. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, that was the first thing I wanted to point out and make sure everybody understood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a wallet. Now, I'm going to grab a wallet that hasn't had a lot of activity in it. So it's not going to have all the bells and whistles, but the good news is, and I saw this before, is I don't think this is for everybody. I think this is just for people who are going to, you know, have active one. No, it's for everybody, because for the first time, you're going to be able to see your reflection. You're going to be able to see, you're going to be able to see.
You got to get used to clicking on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Especially, you don't want to do your demos clicking on that one because everybody goes, oh, she wants us to do that. Yeah, you guys primarily want to use custom.
Custom. Okay. Let me just refresh.
And the other thing I got to make sure with the programmers, I think once you choose one, that's what you are. So you want to be careful about that. Between now and the first, you guys are playing around. We'll probably reset everybody's accounts when we actually turn on the trading, so that whatever you've done during this time will be cleared out. This is really a time for you to get to know this system.
Okay. All right. So I entered my wallet and now I can scroll down and I can see some of my stats. So you can see how many True Badger tokens are there, the current value on this particular wallet. And let's see.
I want to start with setting your dreams, Deb. That's good.
Yeah. I was just looking at something else that I was confused by and thought I had the wrong wallet in there.
Oh, okay.
So set your dream target. What does that mean? Ultimately, with my True Badger, which is what I'm on right now, right? Ultimately, my goal is to have, let's say, on this wallet, $500,000. I'd like to have $500,000. Well, this tells me what the target price is. This isn't right.
8 zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
500. Okay, I'm going to up it to 1 million. Is that right, Doug?
Yeah, 4 zeros.
But it wasn't right on the 500,000.
No,
There we go.
it just didn't recap.
Okay, it didn't see what I was doing. Okay, so let's say my target price, my target dream target is $500,000. That's when I'm going to feel comfortable finally selling my tokens and going and doing something fun. And if you're smart, you're going to make that a little higher. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So what this tells me, though, is what the target price for the token has to be. So I can see right now that until we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and a 9, I'm not at my target profit. So I can go about my business and not worry about what the price of True Badger is. I'm not planning on doing anything with it until it hits $500,000. Once I put this in here, every time I pop this wallet in here, and Doug just did say, we're going to refresh the system several times because we're still in, this is soft launch after beta. So you'll be resetting your dream target, but you can see how easy it is. But it tells me that I'm just not even going to think about True Badger, worry about it at all, or be concerned about it at all until we've got a lot less zeros here, right? Yeah, this is reading my wallet. So right up here at the top, a wallet, I'm not sure. I think this is one of my daughter's wallets. You just paste your wallet in right here. And once you paste that in and you click on your stats, it's going to give you this area that you can put your dream target in, and it'll tell you about this. See, I'm not understanding the reflection.
Scroll up to the top, Deb, too, and we'll get down to that.
Okay.
Also the first bar, your dream target, 500,000.
Oh yeah.
You need, for her account, because of the size of her account, she needs to go up 24,000%, which a lot of these tokens do that, us included. I believe we'll get to 5 zeros. It's a long ways from here. We got to go, get to 6 and then 5 zeros. I believe over time we will get there. So even a very small account can set a huge target and then watch for that to happen. Okay. When we're looking at the reflection math down below that Deb is talking about, the reflection math is being recalculated. There's problems with the reflection math because they didn't know what to do with the claim tokens, the ones that are being transferred in, that could be transferred in as a airdrop or transferred in as a reflection. So there's a lot there that they've got to kind of decode on the blockchain. So I don't think reflection is going to be accurate until probably closer to the first, but we're working on all of those formulas right now. But this is where you would see it.
And this is a really important question that I see in the chat. If you have moved your tokens into your SAFU-fied safe, which we highly, highly recommend that everybody does to keep your wallets super, super safe, you're going to enter the wallet number that you got in SAFU-fied, right? The wallet number, because you have multiple wallets in your SAFU-fied because it's a multi-sig wallet, right? So everybody has more than one. You're going to pick the wallet address inside of SAFU-fied that you want to see your data for here. If you haven't moved them into SAFU-fied, then you're going to use your MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet or Binance wallet,
And
wherever your tokens reside.
And it's all still on the blockchain, right, guys? So what
Yeah.
we're doing is taking that number and going out and looking at the blockchain and what that information is.
Yeah. So wherever wallet you have your tokens that you're interested in looking at the information about, that's where can we change the MetaMask wallet address I just posted to myself? Yeah. You can come up here. I can now, this is my daughter's wallet, right? I can now just grab my son's wallet or my other wallet and pop it in here. And then I can set their dream targets. And every time I log in with my login, as long as I've set their dream targets on my nSights, I'll be able to see their dream targets. Does that make sense?
What I said you can't change potentially is whether you use mapped, first in, first out, or custom.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so choose wisely.
Choose custom on the right.
Yeah.
Choose custom on the right. Because now I can't, unless I refresh complete, unless I clear my cookies and cache and come back in, I don't think I can change that back. Actually, I'd have to come in with a new login, right? For now, until
and I think once it picks an accounting approach, you think about it, you can't jump back and forth.
Oh, true, right? You don't want to jump back and forth.
Yeah, so you're picking an accounting approach. So choose wisely.
So what are the options? Custom mapping, and the first option is auto map.
Well, the auto map is first in, first out.
FIFO, right? So you can't do all the cool picking and choosing what, right?
Yep.
So you want to choose custom, yeah. Okay. Is my Okay, so MetaMask is where we all started. MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Binance Wallet, whatever wallet you were using, right? And then when you signed up for SAFU-fied, if you signed up for SAFU-fied and moved your tokens into your safe, your SAFU-fied safe, you're just going to use the wallet that's attached now inside of your safe. You're going to pop that in here and you'll be able to see all of the stats on your tokens that are now sitting safely in a safe, which, guys, we highly, highly recommend that everybody does that. Yeah, so Rusty, I'm not sure because I did the same thing just now on this particular login. The programmers are going to be making that so that we can make a final decision on that and change it. So that'll be coming. Yeah. All right. Okay. You know what else I wanted to talk about here? And again, reflection, that's going to be reset, so that what I love about this is you're going to be able to see all of your reflection tokens, and you're going to be able to, if you want to come in here and take a little bit of profit, you're going to be able to pick your reflection tokens and sell those. Guys, you got them for free. So it's 100% profit anytime you sell just your reflection. So that's a brilliant plan. What I wanted to talk about was COT. Doug talked about this a minute ago, and we had some questions in there. Commitment of trader. Why is this important? Because when we go out to the PooCoin charts, or soon here on this on nSights, we'll be able to see the data. Well, we can see the data now, but sometimes when you see a giant red candle, sometimes it's off-putting, and sometimes you go, oh, what am I missing? Oh my gosh, I better go sell my tokens, right? Sometimes you get that little voice inside your head that says, I better take a profit now, because if I don't take a profit now, then maybe I won't be in profit. Maybe this token goes to nothing. Look at that, somebody else is selling. Why is it all red, right? And again, Doug talked about our calculations at the moment are incorrect on this screen here and on this screen here. It's incorrect. With Safufied, we had to make some algorithm changes. And this was late last week, right? And because of that, they're not quite, the new algorithms aren't quite in there to manage the fact that most of you took your wallets and moved those into Safufied. It changed the way we were thinking about this commitment of traders screen. So those algorithms will come in and be fixed, and you'll see a lot of beautiful green and beautiful colors in here. But why is it important to understand the commitment of traders? Why is that big red candle there? Is that big red candle there because all of our whales are selling? This screen is going to allow you to just quickly just kind of look and say, oh no, the whales are holding. Oh, our total wallets are going up. There's more and more people holding on to our token. Total tokens held. Why is that important? How many tokens are out there being held right now in people's wallets? When you see big red candles and you can understand, okay, well, we've got a lot of tokens out there still. When you can come here and see that total wallets held, these wallets aren't sold. We've got a lot of, and by the way, you hover over it and you see the number at the top, 6.51 wallets were holding, 7.04 wallets had True Badger in their wallets and just held on to it. And that number's going up, lots more wallets holding tokens, lots more wallets holding tokens. When you start seeing wallets crashing, people selling off all of their tokens, and you start seeing these numbers are, quickly tanking, then it might give you a better idea of what's happening with that token. Now, when I'm saying those kinds of statements, I'm talking about tokens outside of our Nexus ecosystem. We see this all the time, right? They get driven up and people are excited. The whole community is backing them. And then small subset of that community says, oh, but there's this other token over here. And so then they start selling this one so they can go get into this one. If they're not looking at their total insights of their wallets and what they're doing, by getting into a token and then selling it all off and then going and jumping into another token and then selling it all off. When they can see what that's doing to them using a tool like this, they'll probably hold on a little bit longer to some of those tokens. They probably won't make those quick decisions that they're making, trying to make a quick buck. Because in the long run, generally speaking, a lot of those people aren't really creating the profit that they think they're creating, right, Doug? So commitment of traders is really important. And people in the DeFi space, you can't see this kind of data. You have to understand how to read BSC scan, and even there, you can't see it all in one place. You can't, it takes a lot of deciphering what's happening out there. They hide really well, or maybe they just weren't thinking about how people could use that data. Because it's very hard to find.
Would you guys like to see a sneak peek of the data that these are actually going to be?
Yes.
Would you like to do that?
Yes,
I'll show you guys what, and this isn't how it's going to be represented, but this is what, the data that we're moving to. And the graphical representation will be different. So where Deb was talking about the top one, Deb, was total what? It was total
tokens held.
Yeah. So it's changing to total COT weekly, or commitment of traders weekly. And what this represents, and again, it'll be graphically done differently. I just did this for the programmers, but it's going to represent the total number of sellers, total number of buyers, and total for that week. And it'll run week on week. So I can look at this week. What did the volume look like this week? Well, we had more volume this week than this week, but we had more sellers with less volume. Not a big deal then, again here, oh, wow, we had big sellers. And was there a reason for this? Well, we're going to be able, if we know the reason for this, reason for higher seller volume was the launch of SAFU-5 token. So NSI had an abnormal amount of sellers a day or 2 days starting before SAFU-5 launched. Important to know that this sell-off here wasn't because they lost faith in NSI. It's because there was another event happening. This kind of information, super powerful. So large sellers, less buyers, total volume really high. But look at, after SAFU-5 launched, that next week, buyers came back in, still some sellers, but the total volume was more than any other week. So now we're going to be able to look at this and see if the token owners do give a reason for the sell-off. If they do, we'll have that information. They'll also we'll be able to look and see, well, we had a big sell-off, but look at, buyers came back in and buyers came back in on higher volume. We'll be able to have that. Now, when we go to the other areas, like here, let's see, now let's go, I don't want to go there. Oh, I missed one. I wanted to do wallets held, but it's the same. Down here in whales held, what we're going to be able to look at is the top 225, top 100, top 250 whales, right? What are they doing? So when I look at the top 25, this is just looking at the top 25 whales. What are they doing? Well, November 9th, and again, week on week, and we'll have hourly also. We'll be able, I think we'll go down to from week on week to be able to see hourly what's going on with the whales. But week on week, what are they doing? Which is the same data that week on week we're looking here. So now we have a correlation of data, okay? So when we go week on week, we can see that the top 25 whales are increasing their holdings, right? They are buying more tokens or accumulating more tokens. And remember, we saw maybe 1 week we had a big sell-off, okay? In that same week, the whales increased their holdings, okay? And then on the chart, we can see those blue dots. So now we got the blue dots, we can see the sell-off. We can come here and we go, oh, wow. Well, the whales are buying. Okay, the whales may know something super important, right? Then we can go to the top 100 whales. Okay, so now we get a bigger view. And when we get to the top 100 whales, the whales 26 to 100 are smaller whales than the top 25, right? But we can still see what they're doing, okay? And then we go to the top 250 whales. Well, maybe some of the smaller whales sold off. That's important for us to know that this is a smaller whale selling and the bigger whales are buying. Huge data, right? So all of those charts will be changing over the next week or so. So I wanted to just give you kind of a peek view into where we were going.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention as well, and I think this is really important. So each token, one of the things that I said when I first came on was that all of this trading and all of this fun that you can have and all of this research that you can do it on any token, right? So if you would rather hold on to your Nexus ecosystem tokens and you have another token that you like jumping in and out of and trading and holding and whatever you're doing, you can focus on that one. Each token is going to have a different whale setting. So at this point, a token that you come in and you want to play with, it probably is, in fact, it's not, it won't have that. Do we have a default whale setting? It wouldn't work, you guys, to have a default. Every token's different.
Yeah.
With regard to how many tokens did they start with, right? We started with a quadrillion in NSI and in True Badger, but in other tokens, they start with less. Maybe you're trading something that's not a deflationary token, so it's much less. So those settings will happen over time. But for our Nexus ecosystem, they'll always be set up with their own particular whale settings and those types of settings, right?
Yeah. And we controlled that with initially, guys, and I kept it very basic for the next month or so, where we're just looking at the top 25 wallets held, the top 100 and the top 250. What we're writing though is an AI system that looks at understanding the percentiles of wallets held. And what does that mean? So when we look at a coin that has 10,000 wallet holders versus a coin that has 100,000 wallet holders, if I said I want the top 10%, okay, on 10,000, that would give me 1,000 whales, right? A lot of whales. But if I'm 100,000 wallet holders and I say the top 10%, now I got 10,000 whales. And that data is not really helpful, right? So what's helpful is to understand how percentiles work and then have an AI system that can actually see the number of wallets, see the size of the wallets, and then calculate percentiles correctly for that token. Ultimately, within a very short period of time, because we're already doing this in Digi, we do AI with percentiles. We'll do an AI system that will then automatically pick the whales correctly for every coin that we're looking at. And it will be accurate. And what makes up a whale, I saw that question, is we're looking at the size of wallets that if they sold everything, it could affect the market. And they are potentially, if you look at the whales of nSights and the whales of True Badger and Safufied, who are they? I'm one, Peter's one, our investors are some of them. Some of the people that, got in early with lots of money that may have knowledge or know Peter and I and are talking to us. So every token has that, where they have their founders, their developers, they have their investors, they have all of the people that would be on more of an inside track of what's going on with that token. If the people on the inside track are buying the token as the token's going down, they may know something that you don't, right? On any token. If all of those whales are beginning to sell off, I guarantee they know something that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if one or two, or if you got 1,000 whales or 500 whales, and you got 4 or 5 of them selling off, well, maybe they just need money to pay their rent. I don't know, but they're not all selling off. All of that data is important.
That's big rent if a whale is selling the wallet.
Well, if they're a whale, they got a big place.
They got that mansion rent.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug, I have a 5K I need to go run.
Yes, and I think, guys, we're going to just take a couple of questions. I think what we're going to plan on now, and we'll set the dates. I'd like to have like 3 trainings every week until the 1st. So as new things come out, as new things are happening, we're going to get on and teach and train. Everybody needs to get logged in. Everybody needs to get their account set up, because when I'm going through the trainings, I want you to be there doing it with me. Okay. I want you to be able to hit the buttons and do the stuff together. We'll have a lot of fun. So nSights is here. The first of the year is the goal to be launched, where we have the paid platform. But until then, it's free to play. And we will have a free version for everybody in January also, that will be a stripped down version too. So that'll be there. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked what you saw. Deb will get the videos out to you guys. And I think we've made a milestone. So thank you, Deb. Good luck in your 5K.
Yeah, have fun.
Gosh, I can run 5 feet.
It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. It's good.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Bye.
Deb.
Deb, sorry, Doug, I'm gonna drop that link for the next call in the Teams for you.
Okay. And and that's in
35, 40 minutes.
40
I
minutes.
gave you a break in between calls.
Okay, perfect.
It's at 9:30 a.m. So
Okay, perfect. Guys, appreciate y'all. Hopefully
Thank
you enjoyed it. Guys, we're going to make history here with nSights. So thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
bye.